Okay, guys, I briefly want to talk about the sacral chakra. This is the second chakra in this little series that I'm doing. Last week I did the root chakra. I'm sorry there is no What It Do Wednesday this week, but I still want to put some content out, so I want you to check it out. And we will definitely be resuming What It Do Wednesday next week. Now the sacral chakra is if you start from the base up, that is the second chakra. It is located in the lower abdomen, right below the navel, and its color is usually represented by orange. And you know, all of your chakras, they have function. I also like to look at them like little centers of thought. So I was always taught that where your thoughts go, your energy goes. So another way to keep your chakras balanced is to learn how to control your thoughts and emotions. That's extremely important. A very important way to keep your chakras aligned is to control your thoughts and your emotions. Now, the function of the sacral chakra is sexuality, creativity, emotions, pleasure, passion, sensuality. I, to me, I think it has to do with your relationship with things, like your relationship with people, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your family and friends, your relationship with money. That's housed in the sacral chakra. A while back, I did a few YouTube videos on how money affects the root chakra and how money affects the sacral chakra, because the relationship with your chakras, it all comes together. So like if you really want a really balanced financial life, you don't you don't only look in the chakra that money pertains to, which some people say the heart chakra or the root chakra. Look at all of them and how they you can compare to your relationship with money or anything like that. Now, also housed within your sacral chakra or your organs, the bladder, all of your sexual organs, your bowels, and your lower intestines. And that can also be a sign that your chakra is not in balance. Are you having problems with urination? Are you getting frequent bladder infections? Are you constipated all the time? Or are you having loose stool? Are you having stomach pains and stuff like that? Are you having sexual dysfunctions? Do you have ED males? Females, are you dry down there? Or are you just not interested in having sex? Or are you overly sexual? These are all things that can show you that there might be some issues within that chakra as well. Now, just to put this disclaimer out, I am not a doctor. I do not give medical advice. So if you feel like you have any issues down there, make sure you see a doctor. I'm only here to tell you that physical, mental, and spiritual aspects all combine in one. So if there's something wrong with you physically, there is a spiritual and a mental aspect to that. That's all I'm saying. So if you feel like anything is particularly wrong with your body, go see a doctor. I'm always going to tell you that if you call me and ask me for anything and you think that something medically is wrong with you, I might give you some spiritual advice, but I'm always going to advise you to see your primary care physician or specialist. Okay, so when your sacral chakra is underactive, you might see things like you might lack creativity, like you can't think of ideas and stuff like that. You might lack desire. You might feel insecure, okay? You might lack pleasure, like you might not like to do things that usually give you pleasure, things you like to do. And you might feel detached from things, detached from people, or just detached from life. If your sacral chakra is overactive, you might be dramatic or aggressive, or you might tend to overreact over things. You might feel some anxiety, codependency. How many people that are just codependent on other people, or codependent on drugs, or codependent on anything that they do? They have to be doing something, and when they do it, they obsess over it. Also, having an addictive personality. Some of the affirmations that I use pertaining to the sacral chakra are like, I embrace my sexuality or my sensuality. I am secure. I am comfortable with my true authentic self. I am creative. I have meaningful relationships. And there are like hundreds of affirmations that you can do associated with the sacral chakra. So that's one thing I look at. Um, you can also use crystals and you can carry them in your pocket. You can meditate with them. I like to put a carnelian over my sacral chakra right above my pelvis or right up under my belly button. I used to put like a carnelian back under there, right there. I place it on top of there and I'll lay down and close my eyes and meditate. And I just visualize that chakra. That's an exercise that you can do. Other crystals can be amber, tiger's eye, citrine, sunstone, any orange crystal, or there are like hundreds of crystals that you can use that are connected to the sacral chakra. Just a simple Google search will get you anything you need. You know what I mean? Plants. You can use these plants, and a lot of these plants they make teas, or you can buy them for your house. Just to have them in the room with you, or you can make you a tea with them, or you can burn some of them as essential oils in a diffuser. And there's jasmine, rose, ylang ylang, geranium, and rosemary. Rosemary is one I like to use in a spiritual bath, so is jasmine. And also, oranges, neroli, and sandalwood. I love sandalwood. I like to burn sandalwood. I like to work with sandalwood as well, and it has a great smell. We all know that food is medicine, so great foods that you can eat for that sacral chakra would be like melon, strawberries, vanilla, mangoes, cinnamon, honey, nuts, oranges, sesame seeds, and coconuts. Now let's talk about how to balance your sacral chakra. There's certain yoga poses that you can do. I've got a link down here for some yoga poses that you can try. Mudras are like certain ways that you place your hand in your fingers. Those are great to do. The Shakti Mudra helps with the sacral chakra and it helps to relax the pelvis, and that's where it's housed at. So you can do that. There's a link here about that too. Mantras. The mantra for the sacral chakra is VAM, V-A-M. Make sure when you're meditating and you vibrate this word, you vibrate it to where you can feel it throughout your whole body. So you should be able to feel it vibrating in that area. Okay. Orange candles. You can light an orange candle during meditation. You can wear the color orange. You can also carry stones. Like I have a waist bead that's cornelian stones that I wear, or when I meditate, I'll place a stone right in my sacral area during my meditation. And when I do, I focus on that chakra. I'll either imagine an orange light beaming, or I will imagine a pinwheel, and I'll imagine myself breathing through that pinwheel. Okay. Also, I'm going to say this for all of the chakras: grounding daily. Go outside and put your feet in some grass if the weather is permittable, or imagine yourself being anchored to the earth. There are so many more exercises out there that you can do. Google and YouTube, there are like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. There's just so much information out there. There's no excuse why we really cannot do what we are supposed to do. Well, this ends our slide. Next week, I will be talking about the solar plexus. I will you all a great week, and I will be back next week for What It Do Wednesday, okay? Enjoy. Thank you.